Hi.
Hi. Hi,
Hello.
are we live?
Hi.
I
Are we
think
live
so.
to everyone, or?
Kind of.
might
Are they
be.
live to everyone?
They're live vocally.
Vocally.
I'm getting the
Hi.
image up in a second.
Patrick, can you give that laptop back to Rob? And also, can you unplug that and hand me that?
Yeah,
Because mine's
Thank
dying.
you for the electricity.
Hello.
Hi. I'm gonna. Brad's not in yet, so I'm gonna mute Brad just
Oh,
in case
that's
he comes in hot.
Not
yeah.
Brad is not actually there.
Oh,
That's just
he's-
a
yeah, he's
JPEG of
frozen.
Brad.
Yeah. Brad is in shock.
Frozen Brad.
He can't believe what he just saw during the Microsoft press conference.
Punished
That's
Brad.
Brad's Kojima character,
Yeah,
Frozen Brad.
That's, yes.
Oh, did you say that?
He
said
said
punished
punished
Brad.
Brad.
I cannot hear Kato at all.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
setup
I
is
gotta
not
figure
great.
out a way to get our own mix in here so
Yep.
we can hear
Yep.
each other.
Well,
But
agreed.
That's a whole thing.
You got 3 to 4 months.
Did y'all take a break? Did y'all get a snack?
Yeah.
I did. I
I'm
got a
good.
little snack.
What'd you get? What'd you eat?
What are you eating? What are you
Banana.
snacking on? What you snacking
Banana?
A banana.
on? Bananas are good.
I had 2 bananas today.
Bananas are good.
Bananas are so good. Like bananas.
Yeah.
We should do
They're bananas.
Do-do-do-do. Banana.
Bananas. Uh huh.
Do-do-do-do.
Does this stream have any audio? Or
No, I don't think so.
Hi, Brad.
Okay.
Brad, we are. Brad is joining us. Brad, I have you muted right now because we are live on the Waypoint side. So I'm going to unmute
Yes.
you, and I want you to come in screaming hot. It was too nice.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We don't want you to sit down
Hi,
and go,
Brad. Hi,
fuck
Brad.
that Microsoft conference. That was trash.
Gene Park.
Hitting publish. It was not Gene Park. As we understand.
The one public tweet being, "It wasn't my fault," is just my heart
Poor Gene.
breaks.
Oh.
We've all been
We've all
there in
been
some some capacity.
All
We've all
right,
gotten that
so-
email that's like, excuse me, will you agree to the following terms?
I don't think
Might
I've
as well
ever.
start.
Oh,
Well, I was
go
gonna say,
ahead.
I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna start streaming on our side too.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We'll be quiet so you can do a bring in. A bring in. That's what we call
Okay.
those.
Yeah.
Oh, that's in production.
All right, let me get ready.
A bring in.
Let me get ready for the bring-in.
Embraced.
Yeah.
And then all
right.
your people on the Waypoint side could see behind the scenes on a bring-in what happened. Yeah.
All this and more, waypointplus.com, behind the
go.
scenes.
All right, bringing it in.
See?
Yeah. No, he's got it.
Indication.
He's got it. All right. Ready?
Okay, cue bring in.
You guys know, so we are live on In. Ready? Okay. It is. Bring it in. Hey, folks, we are back. We are bringing it in together here.
We are in.
We're in.
Done in.
Rotten.
Rotten.
How
Hi.
you guys doing over there? We're back.
You're doing all right.
Good.
We
Ate
ate some
it.
sandwiches.
Some big sandwiches.
Those are some big sandwiches. Those
We're
were like
ready.
dinner-sized
These-
sandwiches.
The stomach is loaded.
The thing is, my brain is telling me it's like 8 p.m. It is not.
Well, time doesn't exist in this room. Like, this is like a video game casino in
Yes.
some ways. Like
Yes.
like just the
no
rushing
clocks.
of the HVAC.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
The HVAC has made it so that it's
pumping oxygen in.
100%. That's
As far as
exactly
we
what's
know.
happening. Yeah. We're a little loopy. Very willing to spend money inadvisably.
I was like, every single one of those Xbox games was a banger. Hook me up.
Here's my credit card. Put it on the room. God.
Just the sandwich talking.
Oh, yeah, sandwich was good.
I am just very glad here, finally, at this point in the E3 show, that we are over 10 minutes early for this Square Enix press
My
conference.
God.
It has,
Vinny, let me tell you.
we
Me
have
too.
figured it out. Yeah, that's
we
right.
did
We were
it.
just I'm sitting here just lovingly
is-
watching this countdown, just like minutes.
This is luxury.
What do you do with this time?
We can do
Sitting
anything.
around
You want to
barking
show
all the
us
time in the world.
show us a transformer? You can do whatever you want. We can talk about. We can pull up Wikipedia articles and
Right.
read them. Like you know.
We'll listen to Rob Zachney talk about Stalker.
Yeah.
What'd you think of
Rob, talk to us about Stalker.
So I don't know how like y'all were feeling, but I was a little worried when they opened on a bunch of shooting.
Same.
And because that's never. So actually, I think it's unfair to say that's never been a strong suit of Stalker, but it's never been like a run and gun shooter in the way that they're sort of communicating. Like it's a cool shooter in the sense of, have you ever wondered what it would be like to try to kill somebody with a 25-year-old AK-47 that jams all the time. Like, that's
All the
kind
time,
of
every day.
Yeah.
I lie
So-
awake at night.
So like when they opened on the shooter stuff, I was a little bit skeptical, but then the whole like structure of that, where it was like 7 different ways of looking at Stalker.
It was a good bait and switch because I mean, we
Yeah.
actually did like
Yeah.
Austin and I both had viscerally. It was like, oh no, this is a lot
They
of
turned it into
run
like
and
a
gun.
bad Call of Duty because like
Yeah.
that shooting looked fine.
Sure.
But I didn't want to see that much.
And especially
of
that
it.
being the first thing you
Yes,
saw, like
yes.
this is how to play Stalker.
Yeah, and I think like I did kind of so the introduction of the villain, like I'm not kidding, like the villain being introduced right alongside the lightning, like coruscating up the brain scorcher. It is total fan service to people who know that like that's the brain scorcher.
What's a brain scorcher?
So, in the denouement of the first game, when you begin making your final, like before you can get to the actual power plant, you have to go through the zone called the Brain Scorcher that's basically guarded by these cultists. And it's an increasingly like fucked up journey into like from the moment you get there, it's like affecting your vision. And it's that huge like steel radio like antenna. And you got to basically find a way to like turn it off. And
So the fact that it's back on is bad.
yeah, it seems dangerous. Like that's
It's the brain
It's not
scorcher.
called the brain massager, man. It's the brain torture. That's bad.
Is it used to hurt people? Like what is it doing?
So the reason it was guarded by cultists was because if people were exposed too long to its like energies, they basically became like mind controlled to defend the zone.
Sure.
Because remember the whole thing was, and this is where it's actually connected to Stalker, that what people think they're guarding is the wish granter. That's in the heart of the, this is in the movie, it's in the book. The idea is that at the center of this exclusion zone, there is a place where if you go and you speak your wish, it will be brought into being. And so there's this like heavily armed cult of like stalkers who like flew too close to the sun and all became kind of like controlled by the Scorcher.
Right.
But yeah, so like, but the fact that the trailer pivots to somebody who's like clearly in love with the idea of Stalker and in love with the idea of the zone, and then they show kind of these locations. It's like, okay, Stalker 2, like as a commentary on what Stalker represented to its fans, is actually a really cool idea. And so that trailer was exciting for that reason.
Yeah. I'm excited for it. I think it's
Also,
one
I'm
of those
kind of
things-
out on Metro.
Say it again.
I'm kind of out on Metro at this point too.
I never went back.
On Metro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked that first one. I
Yes.
don't think I got too deep into the second one.
Second one was fine, but it was already getting wobbly.
Yeah, and then that third one I did not commit to in any way, which is a shame.
I played 2 hours and was just like, I don't think
Yeah.
I want to do this, and so I didn't.
It was about
Well,
me, yeah.
Even Rob, the same way. You bounced right off that game. I mean, I think you played longer, but
Yeah, I still bounced.
Yeah.
Hey, who built the brain scorcher? I'm more interested in the brain scorcher. Who built the brain scorcher?
We're gonna just do a we're gonna skip Square Enix,
Yep.
and we're just gonna
I poked
focus
the Wikipedia
on.
page and
I need
uh,
something
dive.
like reasons for the lore of this. Like I just
That
need
would-
to know like
that would be
it's
great
like
to know.
some kind of reasoning of the lore of this. So what is who built it?
I feel like it might have built itself to an extent.
I need to
what's the
play
distinction,
this.
right?
All right.
Yeah, like the nature of like what the zone is, it's an otherworldly place, and to a degree, like it's all these bits of like post-Soviet infrastructure that have been almost like turned by magic into these other things. That being said, there's a ton of like experimentation and mad scientist shit happening in the zone.
Again, the infrastructure disappeared. The infrastructure, the Soviets fall apart, but there's still scientists hanging around, being affected by the weirdness of the zone.
in the book, it's aliens.
I mean, but that stuff does not pulled in.
Yeah,
like
no,
that
I'm
way.
just
Yeah,
saying.
in Roadside
Yeah.
Picnic, you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
we
break
all
it
know,
down.
we all
Rob.
know the like roadside picnic stalker like continuum, right? We all know that.
Break it down.
Like Stalker is ultimately based on Roadside Picnic by the Strugatskys.
Yep. Pair
And-
brothers, right?
Yeah.
Who- yeah.
And it's a great book. Interestingly enough, set in Canada originally. I think in part because it had to work around Soviet censorship, and so it had to be about a place very much like Russia, but crucially not Russia. But that's where this idea of like there's this cast of dudes who go into this exclusion zone to retrieve magical artifacts. Great fucking book. And the idea is, in the book, it's aliens. And then Tarkovsky makes a film, Stalker, that uses some of the ideas from the book, but also like goes in a completely different direction. Yeah. And then in that tradition, the game uses ideas from both, and also goes in a completely different direction. So it's like
Could be anything.
yeah, all these things are like, yeah, it's all roadside picnic, it's all Stalker, but that's kind of a meaningless statement because every single one was like, what if there was just a weird zone where weird shit happened for weird reasons, and they just depart from there.
Weird Reasons. That's the name of the show that Vinny was trying to get to before. Weird Reasons.
It's a spin-off from Stranger Things.
Yes. This is a spin-off for Stranger Things. Yes. Exactly.
Hey, guys. Square Enix.
Yeah. What do we think?
Give me
some
my
expectations.
Final Fantasy Souls-like.
Final Fantasy Souls-like is the thing
Yes.
I'm most curious about, right?
Yes. Final
Have
Fantasy
they come
Origins.
out and said no about like Final Fantasy 16 and?
They put out they sort of like they in their tweet announcing it. They're like, we're going to talk about X, Y, and Z, and it of course did not say like secret Final Fantasy game, but they're like Eidos Montreal,
Yeah.
you know, and a couple other things.
Which is Guardians.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't expect it to be. I think that will be a bigger thing
Later.
down the line.
You don't think like even a cinematic? Think they learned their lesson after years of cinematics for games that never came out or came out 8 years
But
later?
they showed gameplay of that game already.
I guess that's true. They did.
Like they showed so I think that'll be a big blowout later in the year. I mean, I guess I wouldn't be shocked, but I don't expect that to be there.
Brad, what were you going to say?
I've completely forgotten.
That's how it goes.
Sorry.
That's how it goes.
I saw some talk. I think Jason Schreier was talking about some kind of big mega 2D Final Fantasy collection or something along those lines on Twitter.
Okay.
As long as it looks better than like the mobile game ports of those
Give
games.
me
Yeah.
my
God,
Chrono
yes.
Trigger in the 2D HD, baby.
That'd be
Some
interesting.
of those
Yeah.
some of those Steam ports of mobile ports have
Oh.
been unkind.
Like Final Fantasy VI in particular looks hideous, and I think there are a bunch of fan mods on Steam to try and like fix the fonts and other things. It'd be nice if they could just give me, just let me play Final Fantasy VI again.
Re-release Final Fantasy Tactics on anything. Put it on Steam. Put it on a modern console. Put it on Switch. But like, it hasn't been re-released on a console I have hooked up.
You can get it on your phone though, right? An iPad? I'm sorry.
No,
Who has an iPad anymore?
Patrick's been working from his
my
iPad
entire
all
work setup
weekend.
is an iPad with a keyboard now.
I also use an iPad. I'm just not going to play Final Fantasy Tactics on it.
You revolted at the
That's
Mr.
not what I want to hold a
Mr.
controller.
Gamer.
I want to
was-
hold a controller and make considered decisions about what my cast of characters is going to do
Sure,
on a grid-based tactical
What's
battlefield.
the other one? They're never going to go back to it. There's the PS1, Vagrant Story.
Vagrant Story.
Vagrant
Always
Story.
wanted to play that.
I can
that
see
game
them
has a
coming
great
back at some
soundtrack.
point.
Great soundtrack, like a really unique combat
Very great,
system where you're
a
like
really cool
targeting
look.
parts of
Yep.
like bodies and.
Yeah.
I always wanted to play it, never did. Also, isn't it famously super hard? I think it's also one of the.
So I never got very far in it. So yeah, probably.
Yeah.
What else? What else is the? Is Square? Who else does Square own that we always forget about? Is there somebody else?
Well, it's a Tomb Raider anniversary.
Sure.
They've said they're making a new game, but they haven't said what that is. But
Right.
I think would imply.
They haven't
it's
said
gonna be-
who's making it, right?
I think it's still the same Crystal, because Crystal has two teams, right?
Crystal
Oh,
Dynamics.
I figured that franchise was on the back burner after that third
No,
one.
they've already said they're. But I my takeaway from them saying that was like, hey, we're done with like that iteration of, Croft and.
They can't reboot it again, though.
Look,
You'd have
Yeah.
to jump
Sure
through
they
the
can.
time era.
I mean,
Yeah.
Rob,
no, for real.
Rob,
Oh,
this
God,
is
I can't
video
do it.
games.
I
You
can't
can
do it. I can't.
anything.
they're making another Tomb Raider a sequel to that bad movie they made a couple of years ago. You can do
There's
whatever
also
you want.
that Netflix cartoon coming out, right? The animated.
A Tomb Raider one?
I didn't know this.
Think of any property. I'll say yes. Say
there a
say a
dog?
property.
The Bouncer.
Yes, of course. There's a Netflix.
The Quiet Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a Square property,
Sorry.
right?
Is there
It
a
is.
dog on this call?
I
Yeah.
think that might.
He's-
That.
That's a Vinny dog.
He's right here.
Okay.
Game bark.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Y'all got game bark.
No, you said the bouncer. My dog is a huge fan. future.
Gotcha. Again, now I understand. Remember, okay, Babylon's Fall, which
They are showing that.
they are
Yes.
Oh, that's
finally.
the
It's been like
Platinum
2
game, right?
years.
The
Yeah,
Platinum
2 years of
the co-op
teasers.
game, yeah.
No idea what that game
Yeah,
looks
they are
like.
showing that. They said that.
Okay, I'm gonna roll
I-
this audio up.
Good.
Thank God, another game with the word fall in it.
Bring in that audio. Bring it in.
Here it comes. Oh, it's
Yoko
nice.
Taro?
Yoko Taro.
Still my beating heart.
Yoko Taro?
No.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Yoko.
Oh, it's getting serious.
That Nier remake did just
Oh.
come out, so maybe not.
I like this. I like this
Well, but
countdown.
they-
I love
he
the
just
TV
sort of
show.
saw that. They didn't make it.
Yeah.
It was made by an external studio.
I see.
So they're
Oh, that
team is-
Hitman Assassin 2, where like it's not an IO game, it's like somebody else is making the co-op sniper
Oh,
assassin
right.
Hitman game. Anyway.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Matt Mercer here, and I'm back as your host of Square Enix Presents. Today, we have a special E3 edition of the show for you, with new game announcements, updates, and exciting news from our studios across the globe. So let's kick off with the world premiere of a brand new game from Eidos Montreal.
Here we go.
We hope you enjoy the show.
All right.
Everyone in the chat rightfully pointing out that is some very Persona
Yeah.
transition graphics they got going on.
Yeah.
I am so proud of you.
Yeah, this is Guardians.
Do you know
Of
what
the
a
Galaxy?
birthright is,
Yeah.
Peter?
Peter Quill.
Peter Quill. Yeah. That's yep.
But
what
will
is-
this be like not the
Something
film
that's
aesthetic?
important to you.
No,
Or
they're
is
not.
it
Gotta
also-
not
Your
be.
name.
Yeah, I don't think they're allowed
Has
to
to
touch
not
that
be.
stuff.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
What? No, Rocket. So I let Groot fill out the paperwork.
So we got fined. We appear to be 6,963 units short. I know, we clearly need a plan.
That plan you take.
This is like the 17th thing this year that has had I Need a Hero on it.
Well, but also doing. See, that's the weird thing about making a Marvel game, is that in some ways you still need to evoke the MCU tone because that's what people
Right.
are going to expect, even if you can't use the actor
know.
or the lore or their specific timeline. So that's why you have I Need a Hero, because that would be. It feels like a James Gunn choice.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm just glad it's not a bad slowed down cover of it.
Sure.
Sure.
Fair.
Smash him up, Drax! Meet your maker! We're all professionals here, right? Maybe we can work something out. Peter! You had one job, Quill. I did exactly what? Gamora, no killing teammates! That's who! It's literally in your contract! I made no such commitments.
In less than 3 cycles, all would be lost. The galaxy cannot be saved, Peter Quill.
We can do this together! Fucking great!
I think my only problem right now is that of all the Guardians, Star-Lord is the one I want to play as least.
Sure.
Sure.
Sunlord, right?
And
Any idea what this
direction
is?
they've gone with him is turning me around on that verdict.
Are we assuming it's like single player story driven? Like, no,
It is. Yeah, it is not a. Fear not, it is not a live service game.
surely not.
No, of course I will. I'll call you.
Sure.
Classic Star
October
Wars.
26th.
October 26th.
Hi, my name's
October.
Olivier Proux, senior producer here at Eidos Montreal. For the past few years,
Kinda
we've had
had
the
a
privilege
Yakuza,
to work on
vibe
our
as
version
well.
of Marvel's
Yakuza,
Guardians of the
I guess
Galaxy
I was going
and
for.
reimagine it into a single-player,
Yakuza.
story-driven, third-person action-adventure game. It's our own fresh take on the Guardians, and something that's really unique to our game is that you get to be Peter Quill. As Star-Lord, you're constantly in the middle of the action. As you
I know
try
this
to
game probably
lead
wouldn't
this band
exist
of
almost
misfits.
definitely
But
without the
today,
MCU
I'm
stuff,
really,
but
really excited to have
imagine
all of
if
you
this
join
came
us
out
on this journey.
in
and
a
you'll hear
vacuum
more
of
about the game from our
the
team
pop culture
behind this
Guardians of the
project.
Galaxy, where they
let's
kind
do
of
this.
remain this comic book kind of
I've
thing,
always
where they're
loved
like,
Marvel's cosmic characters.
that'd be kind of
growing up
amazing.
as a kid, and I read them, enjoyed
Dan
them. loved
Abnett.
them.
Dan Abnett, you're here again.
Dan the man.
Full Marvel,
That's right.
What?
their cosmic titles. I went
You wouldn't
back
understand.
with the help of Bill Rosen.
You can't explain the reference?
Cherry-picked characters
Don't worry
from
about it.
Marvel's past.
Don't worry about it.
That's the William Shakespeare of Warhammer fiction.
Okay, thank you, Rob.
Oh my gosh, how is this team going to survive?
And that became the Guardians of the Galaxy comic, which we loved working on.
I remember the
best.
first time
The
that
best.
the Marvel crew came to
The
Montreal.
best.
We were showing them the design of the characters, how they would look, and they stayed silent. I don't know if it's a minute, but in my head it was a minute. I was like, oh my God, like they hate it.
We realized how much that Marvel and Eidos Montreal share have in common, and that we knew the Guardians
People are all
were
over the place, you know?
You can't get the head of the VP of Creative of Marvel a better fucking camera?
And a better mic.
Absolutely in the spirit
But he's
of
not
what
speaking to a mic. That sounds like a website.
That's what I'm saying.
To me is no
Yeah,
matter
talking head
in what
segments, having like a
phase of
wanky
the game
guitar
you
solo
are,
behind
whether
them
you're in
make them way more fun.
exploration or
Yeah.
you're fighting, the Guardians are constantly around you.
Look,
and
Marvel
you never
didn't get to
feel
be a
alone.
billion-dollar
While you're the leader,
industry
the
by
Guardians will
handing out
also challenge
microphones,
you
okay?
And make decisions on their own, and you will have
Fair.
to adapt to it.
You are literally part of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
The decisions
Literally.
you'll make will have lighthearted to haunting repercussions, and the game will react to what you do and say.
Gamora, no killing teammates.
Says who?
It's literally in your contract.
We saw this
I
bit.
made
Can
no
I-
such commitments.
Can I let them kill the raccoon?
You are
It's like
playing as
halfway through the game, Rocky
Yeah,
Raccoon's
Rock
dead.
Dead. Done.
You're using your jet boots.
We want moral choices
Star-Lord
for the
is really
Finally.
power rank. He's
Remember
very
in Knights of the
agile
Old
on
Republic
battlefield.
where you can
He
have
slide
the Wookiee
and over
and
with his
fly
jet.
mission
Of course,
and
he has
that
his
with-
laser blasters that
Got
have
it.
different
In
powers
key
as
to any
well.
comic
And on
stories,
top
the
of
characters
all
die
this,
and
you
stay
can
dead.
use the
And
Right,
we're
just the
trying to
same.
honor that tradition in Guardians of the Galaxy.
We're not pirates. We're legally incorporated heroes for hire.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
What? No.
The story is about a group of misfits, the Guardians. In our world, they've been together for less than a year. They create something on a small scale that looks insignificant. And as they progress through the story, they discover that they created something really big that threatens the galaxy.
There are a lot of very interesting villains in the Marvel franchise.
I need better
And when you're
bookshelves.
starting to work on a story like this, you get to get
She
your
got a real
pick
camera.
of
Yeah.
which
Good
ones
for
will
her.
She's got
make
two.
the best for the
Two,
story.
yeah.
That gives us the opportunity to
She just had
bring
these
in
laying
some
around.
that are
Yeah.
well
Like
known,
finally,
but
a
some
reason to
that
use
are
these
also
red
not
cameras I
well
bought
known.
during COVID.
What Eidos is getting so right about them is capturing what it's like to be a misfit family. They're also bringing an amazing imagination to it. You're going to see planets and characters that are going to blow your mind.
Interpreting it in its own way, I think, makes it feel incredibly.
How does
fresh
Marvel license
and
for games?
exciting.
Is it like Star
It's
Wars?
not
They
a
just
matter
kind of
of
like
trying
farm
to
it out to
replicate the comic
whoever?
or trying to replicate
Yes.
the
Yeah, I
film.
don't think
It's
that
trying
there's
to take
a-
the medium you're
yeah,
working
no one
in
has
and
it.
make the best version of
And
Guardians.
that's
A little bit what I understand is
They
like
made it fun. They made it
doing
rock
that as
and
a
roll. They
one of the
delivered
lessons
everything
of the
you want
EA Star Wars deal.
in a Guardians
That makes
game.
Yes.
I can see that.
Not that like certain studios won't get like exclusive, you know, no one else is gonna make a Spider-Man thing that'll stay
Right.
exclusive to.
Sure.
Insomniac.
But
and
yes,
Sony
it's
for
it's,
now,
it's
yeah.
much more place a bunch of bets.
But will
so
is
this
Spider-Man
was-
available, or is Spider-Man locked down?
I think Spider-Man's just Sony
So like if they
owns
made a
that,
new,
yeah.
but if they made a new Capcom,
We're just gonna play
a
it now?
new
I don't know.
Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah,
That'd be
sorry, where's the
amazing.
We're
controller?
just gonna do the rest
Yeah.
of this is just a live stream of the game.
I do like that start screen.
Are we just gonna get some gameplay? Not the,
She said,
Might.
said PlayStation prompts used for demo purposes only.
Why do they need to explain that?
37 units?
Because it's probably not running on a PS5.
yes, that's why.
That's my guess.
Our ship, Peter Quill. I know. We clearly need a plan.
What about selling Gamora's crap?
What?
Oh, come on. You've been hoarding them stupid knickknacks ever since you first joined us. I mean, don't tell me they ain't worth nothing.
Quarantine zone was always
Holding out on
My
us.
figurines are not knickknacks.
Team's in
Fitting,
trouble,
you know.
and you can't be bothered to make
You're
no
not allowed to
sacrifice.
sell my stuff.
Here we go.
Yeah, okay.
And take us to the majestic mountains of Kakarantara. Guys, I think we should hear out Groot for once.
Guardians of Oxenfree sounds pretty good.
You know, the only problem with your plan is that Lady Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster.
Groot, are you really offering to...
No, he is not offering that, okay?
It could work.
Sell Groot? I guess we could bust him out after. Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the monster within. The small, ugly one is clearly.
That's a good Rocket Raccoon, I think, too.
Yeah.
Got us sort of nervous.
The dice on the.
I vote we sell Groot.
I also think like
honestly
there's a
think Lady Hellbender
benefit to
would
this
go for it.
after so many people were so put off by the Avengers
vote
like
for the
character faces, but most of these faces are like
Peter?
alien creatures,
Right.
And you get a lot by getting halfway there.
Oh, wow.
Well, Rocket's definitely scarier on the inside. He's unstable and vicious and totally oblivious to the needs of others.
Okay, we get it.
All right, let's do this. Let's go sell a monster.
We're not seriously
I also feel like
flying
they aren't even close. Like it's not like a
Yeah. You're right.
stunt
The
double.
uncanny valley. They're not in the uncanny valley of trying to do the same thing. Yeah.
Nah, he's not flying at all.
Guys, relax. Just one minor adjustment.
I ever mentioned how much I hate rain?
Hellbender's castle isn't even that far.
That is not a castle. It is an impregnable fortress.
So how do we impregnate it?
Ask Peter!
Let's just get closer. We'll figure it out on the way.
You think there's a mechanic for putting the headphones in and playing music?
We'll find out, I think, momentarily. Like super mode.
Yeah, exactly. Do you power up and then he puts them in?
I bet. You build a meter, and then when you cash
saw
it
a
in.
meter.
Yeah.
Don't boat so good.
Whoa! That is some really crazy lightning out there. Never seen anything like it.
Meteorological suicide is
Michelangelo with them?
Yeah.
Cowabunga.
It is indeed pizza time.
Hey, is my jacket all right?
At least you got a jacket. Some of us are soaking here.
Jacket's okay, but it's very like middle-priced unlockable in a Rock Band game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
But that's Star-Lord.
Yeah.
I face more than enough hardship. Thank you very much.
You are welcome, Feeble One.
We got this. Just don't fall and we'll be fine. Don't fall.
Giant brain they're walking on?
I was gonna say, it does feel brainish.
Ugh.
Macaroni and cheese planet.
Is that the brain scorcher?
That's the
like
brain
I think they would do.
That's the scorched brain.
Yeah.
After the brain scorcher gets
You
you.
should have gone to Maku 4.
Ugh.
You would be wary, Rodent.
Can we
you
eat
know
it?
what? I survived freaking Half-World. I think I'm scared.
That was also my first thought.
It's not alone. Get ready.
Okay, here we go.
Why is he punching that
Hey.
thing?
Shooting.
Big
has
gelatinous
guns.
cube with the health bar.
Chop him, Gamora!
This won't hurt.
Little
All right,
order
so
your
we're commanding our
companions.
teammates.
Yeah.
Smash him up, Rex!
Each team member has 4 abilities, it looked like. Equipped at
This
least.
is the local fauna.
It's about to be an endangered species.
Hog time!
A lot of game barking.
How, I was gonna say, how many co-op barks do you think there are? How repetitive? Oh, and there's
matter-
leveling.
No matter how many there are, it will not be enough.
I'm thinking maybe they are directions.
Oh, like a signpost or something.
I'm not saying it's an arrow with the word fortress on it, but statues suggest civilization, and the only settlement I saw when we were topside.
It's Lady Hellbender's fortress.
Dead end. That's just great.
It's a retractable bridge. They used them at the prison I was in.
Too bad the controls are on the other side of the giant chasm.
What do you not have time to dawdle in this jungle? I shall hurl the creature over the chasm so he may activate the bridge.
I may activate a hole through your face. Put me down.
He'll be fine. Just curl up in a ball.
What?
Drax,
Courage.
roll him.
No.
Very well.
Peter?
It's okay. He'll land on his feet.
Rocket is furious
Guess
that you
that
let
only
Drax
applies
throw
to
him.
cats.
Rocket will remember that?
Yeah, Rocket will remember
We'll
that.
remember
Wait,
this.
is that the thing? The last Guardians of the Galaxy thing was a Telltale game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
it was pretty decent.
Fix the bridge.
Are they riffing on that in some way?
Like, how is that gonna pay off? Is
I don't
there
know.
a
In like the sizzle reel, like the creative director did mention, there will be
choices that
divergent
matter?
stories.
and- Yeah.
Yeah.
Can Rocket leave? Can he be like, I'm sick of you throwing me around?
But also, like in these big budget games, there's only so much that
Right.
can bend, and so what does that end up meaning?
I got it.
Rocket's gonna die in the suicide.
A lot of Final Fantasy fans in the chat are increasingly like, how much of this whole press conference is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy?
Honestly, it's a fair question.
Probably a good chunk of it. This is their big game this year.
Wow, you're doing no damage, my guy. You got to change your spec. You are not.
You gotta stagger that thing.
Yeah.
They have
Stagger
some
bar.
things they don't know what to do with them.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
Brad, is there something you'd like to tell us? Yeah,
Apparently.
It does kind of seem like you're spending a lot of time ordering other characters to do more interesting moves than you are capable of doing.
'Cause you got
while you
guns.
help them with.
Because some people don't like strategy games or tactics games, so you have to fool
There
them.
it
There it
is.
is. You did it.
Yep. There it is, Vinny.
Finally.
Nextlander consulted on this game, huh? Between you and Brad.
15 years after I announced my idea for the game, BPM, bodies per minute, we have somebody put headphones in a super mode.
There we go.
Oh, uncanny.
This is gonna really suck when you have to put this game in streamer mode, though.
Oh, yeah. We might get taken down for this. Who could say? We gotta keep talking
Not
over it.
yet.
Thought Drax was Kratos. 100% thought Drax was Kratos. I was like, oh, they put Kratos in this?
Also, however many tracks they've licensed for this game, also not going to be enough.
Yes.
You're forgetting something.
Oh, right. The cage.
The point of even getting the Flarkin thing was looking for you mean business.
All right, Rocket. Time to put on your monster face.
I only got one face, Quill.
Glad that cage is appropriately sound baffled.
Look at him.
And,
Better have one hell of a sales pitch.
So I guess presumably you could have sent Groot in a different version of
Yeah, I
this.
guess so, right? Yeah. Oh, we can
Oh,
still
you
do
could
it.
still.
Maybe Gamora's right. We should try selling Groot instead.
Really?
This isn't a
Nobody
front
respects a
democracy.
waffler, Peter.
I just think that we might need Rocket on the outside for this one.
Someone in the chat
we
said that asked if Bad Reputation was too new to be in their mix, and it's not. I just now am thinking, is there a famous cover of Bad Reputation that this person is thinking of that's recent? 'Cause that song is like 40 years old now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 84, right?
Drax.
It might be earlier.
Gamora, can you
Yeah.
help me with
No.
this? What? Why?
To guarantee your safety as a leader.
Oh, come on.
Wait, are we doing this again?
We are.
Yes.
Don't look at me. I ain't pulling that thing.
What do you think we don't need a hero anymore? We still need a hero.
Menacing, like me, only bigger.
when Dub S writes Q, we need a hero in the script, you cue,
You cue it.
we need a hero.
You gotta bring it in.
There's this shot
Bring it
again.
in.
They really showed us every second of this footage multiple times, huh?
Clicks from the fortress.
I'd say closer to 75.
It was a difficult part where like you build a vertical slice and then you work backwards.
Rocket, what are you doing?
This is because you threw me.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing at least a little different footage.
Yeah, this is at least different.
I feel like we do see Final Fantasy Origins. It's gonna be like the game with the good combat was later in.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not loving the combat I'm seeing here.
It's just a little slow.
Yeah.
And not as snappy as
I like staggering enemies just fine.
Sure.
Guardians of the Galaxy. How many
Hey, look, it's a Marvel game. I'll play it. That's not the bar we're establishing here.
the audacity
Right.
that you thought you could rob me, Dweller! Feast upon them!
I'll bet that thing has a weak point.
Wait. Is that applause? Are they doing a... Was that fake applause?
I think that's fake applause.
I think that was like a but it sounded.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Now we're going to revisit two iconic brands that are being remastered for modern platforms.
Loves
First
to
up,
revisit iconic
relive the
brands.
classic games in the Final Fantasy series. And
Here's
then
that.
get one more peek at Legend of Mana ahead of its June 24th launch.
Okay.
Okay.
Pixel remaster.
Okay.
Now this is my Final Fantasy.
Oh, gosh.
Let's see. Ultimate 2D Pixel Remaster. Okay. Are they just gonna?
Please don't fuck this up. Please don't fuck this up.
Oh.
4. Keep going.
All of them,
5.
just all
Get
of
to
them.
the.
All
Get to.
through 6.
There it is.
Yeah.
There
That's
it
like
is.
all of them.
We're not going to see what it looks like.
It's a mobile. It's a mobile.
Steam Great.
Oh, I don't know.
That's the
What if they
worst
just-
possible.
What if they're just bundling the ones they already did?
Oh no.
Their
It said
mobile team is
Pixel
on it.
Remaster. It said
Many
Pixel
emulations died
Remaster.
to bring you this bundle.
It's incredible how little of that. Like, after 20 minutes of Guardians of the Galaxy, they
Oh my
couldn't
God.
put a full minute of.
To just show us side by side.
Just show us side by side.
But here's the
The
thing: if
thing
it's
that
those
all of
mobile
your fans
ports,
grew up with.
if
And
it's
was
those
there-
mobile ports, that's how much you show of that.
Oh, that's distressing.
Yeah.
Well, that's been it for us here at Square Enix.
Up next,
No,
Earth's
okay.
mightiest heroes
Okay,
continue
Avengers.
their fight to
Okay,
defend
sure.
the world in Marvel's Avengers.
A lot of
The team at
Marvel.
Crystal Dynamics is excited to share the latest updates with you, including new mission types and a growing roster of heroes.
Did they ever actually put out that Spider-Man DLC?
No. They
Not
earlier
yet,
this year
Sure that super weapon
said that
at all
it had been
costs.
pushed out of this year entirely.
That's amazing.
Energy is
Yep.
building up.
I think they will do the Black Panther DLC. They will do the Spider-Man, and then that game will wrap. I can't imagine them sticking with it much longer after that. Paul Tassi
Yeah.
wrote
Forbes
you know,
is.
Forbes is Paul Tassi. Excellent follow for all this stuff. I think at one point this game, like on PC, very recently, like 300 people playing.
Yeah. You can check concurrence. They're not. It's not great.
Yeah.
Now, granted, because of the way they've built it, it's not really a live service game. It's like come back when the new content
Right.
is here game.
Right.
So
even
in some
still-
level, right.
You don't understand what that cube is capable of.
You don't understand what that cube is capable of.
You can twist it in so many ways.
They ever change the thing where, like, if I'm playing by myself and I come
doors?
through and there's a
Yeah.
door, they did fix that. Okay, that's good.
And I mean,
You like
it was
the
not
campaign. You like the
revelatory, but
campaign.
I liked the campaign. Playing as like Captain America was really fucking fun. It was a good brawler character. It was just like, hey, can you take all this and put it in a different game? It's just too bad.
I applaud your efforts to connect with your roots, but as a man who has seen 3 Black Panthers fall,
No, this is
This is
Black
still
Panther Fighting.
Avengers.
We're still on Avengers.
Oh, we're still on Avengers. Okay.
Yeah, for a minute I was like, okay.
about to walk down.
Yeah. No,
Very
we have simply
telling.
moved to Wakanda.
Like they went to the Marvel logo. I figured that was it for.
Yeah.
Aren't Lara's roots trust fund?
I mean, she could come to Wakanda.
It would be very good.
It would fit her
That
MO.
would fit her MO. You're not wrong.
It is Claw.
Oh no.
Well, that's no good.
Why didn't Claw just teleport there? Get power?
Vibranium doesn't belong to you. You're right. Vibranium does not belong to me. It belongs to Wakanda.
Ulysses' claw is made of solid sound.
That looks like it's a completely isolated
Yeah.
thing as opposed to go bring your Captain America there.
Yeah.
And that's probably the thing to do with this game at that point, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Free. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Well,
monetize.
okay.
They
Now
monetize.
it's time to give
They
mobile
can,
players
so.
a quick look
Oh,
at some
yeah.
of the
They
games
can't.
that will be available in the coming months.
Good
Love-
evening,
love a mobile.
26.
Yeah,
Our
here's this is that
intelligence
that's a Hitman
reports
assassin,
commute
sniper
to global
assassin.
stability. Their reach is unlike anything we have seen before. Following
Which again is so
47's
weird because
disappearance,
That's yeah.
you are
Like
selected
IO owns the
because of your
Hitman
remarkable
IP proper,
skills.
right?
Correct, but I think they still this is still licensed by Square and is done in house or
Yeah.
by another dev.
They have a studio
and they
for
will
it.
never know
Yeah.
what hit them.
I will say, when Square is not fucking with their old Final Fantasy games on mobile, they make cool mobile games.
Is this that Nier mobile game?
Yeah, that I keep telling myself, don't play it.
You're not gonna play it.
I'm gonna download it.
Yeah.
I'll play it, talk on a podcast for an hour, and then set it down, and then I'll watch a lore video.
That sounds right.
Wait,
Is
yeah?
this?
What are we doing?
Well, no, this is a mobile game. They said this is all mobile, right?
Yeah, they did say this was a mobile section.
Final
Is this
Fantasy.
Bravia or whatever? Yeah, Bravia Exvius.
yeah.
Oh, is that still going?
Yeah, I think it may have changed names or something.
Free 10x summon.
Limited collaboration.
Maybe they can announce our pinball roguelike or gotcha game.
That's not them, is it?
I know, but you know.
I just thought maybe.
World.
Yeah.
Something. What's that game called?
World Flipper.
World Flipper.
Oh, that was
There's
that guy
another
from
different
10.
mobile Final Fantasy game. No, it's the same one. Never mind. Same one.
It's all happening very fast.
Yeah.
Let's throw some theater rhythm in here while you're at it.
These are making. Oh, is this the Battle Royale? The Final Fantasy
Battle Royale.
VII VR? Yeah.
They just did a beta for it.
What? Oh shit.
And just knocking these mobile games out.
Yeah.
Character design, Tetsuya.
Yeah, should have called that. They should have just called it
Today,
Those Who Fight.
the team at
Yeah.
Platinum Games is giving you an
Oh,
exclusive
here is
look at the
okay.
epic world of Babylon's Fall.
Babylon's
featuring
Fall.
Fluid combat, powerful weapons, and a unique art style.
I'm excited.
Wow.
It's been a while.
I wish that
since
Battle
Platinum's
Royale was on
kinda stuck
PC.
their head up.
They did
Built
that
over 1,000
Cop and
years.
Demon game.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, the one you were very.
right.
Astral
Chain.
Not high on that. Astral
Yes.
Chain was not high on
But
that.
for 1,000 more, it was seen as a tower of ruin.
This art.
Persevering through fire and ice and the coldest of winds, eventually the tower became a symbol of unrelenting ambition. That tower's name is Babylon.
Is that the name of the tower?
There's Tower Babylon is a thing.
Babylon's
Yeah.
This guy's voice rules. Let's go.
Is this a game show?
Was
Is
a
that the
game
Witch
show.
Hunter from Vermintide?
That was extremely Salzburg, whatever the Witch Hunter was from Vermintide. Yeah, Saltzpyre. Yeah.
We're out of mobile game zone, right?
Yeah, we were out of mobile games. This is not a
We
mobile
hope.
game. I hope. This is looking kind of flat.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
Are we out of mobile games?
Seen through the veil at last, have you?
Welcome to the circus of value.
Prisoners of our subjective reality.
Bravo, Kato.
Good.
Believe only what you see, and you're like to end up seeing only what you believe.
You know, think about it.
Yeah,
Do not
I
get
get
into
to.
astonishment.
Yeah, I don't.
I'll have to put my hands on this, but from looking at it,
I'm not
this
into
is not
it.
what I love to see from Platinum.
I mean, I've always kind of felt like there were two Platinums, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, they have a number of teams. Yeah, Bayonetta 3, Kamiya keeps saying, no, we're working on it.
Are they? Yeah. I
Astral
just
Chain didn't hit. Like they do licensed games.
Of both
Man.
hope and despair.
I think it looks really cool. Okay. I was like,
Well, all right.
Well, put it,
That's not actually that insane
All right,
of a reveal 6 months after that console's
wait,
out.
that said developer interview, and then it.
Went away.
Someone clicked play on the wrong.
What just
The
happened?
wrong folder?
Oh, so is it the same? Are they saying, well, we did this, and now we came over to do?
I think that's what they're trying to say.
Okay,
Yes.
I got you.
That PS5
Don't show me
appearing
near
felt
unless
like
you show me near.
the PS5 appearing felt like that was supposed to come out last year.
については、プ
And
レ
they
イヤー
forgot
が
to take out the little
その
PS5
向
reveal.
かって、
You know?
アクション、
Yes.
ポイントで続けることができると。プレイヤー
Should
は、
have
スト
re-rendered
ーリーを
that
追いながら、ダンジョンをクリアして、上層を目指していくと。入手する装備や素材を集めて自身を強化してカスタマイズしていくと。
ゲームのスタイルとしては、オーソドックスなハック&スラッシュという形ですね。ただアクションがスキルや強い力を引き出すためのトリガーになっているところがポイントかなと思っています。
プレイヤーの背中について
The Gideon coffin on the player's back is a pretty important key item.
それによって、
If you're gonna call it the Gideon coffin, it better be.
変わってきます。
ハイファンタジー感というかその上
I
品
was
さ
told.
というところはすごい意識してくれというふうに言われましたね。カートゥーンチックな
It does kind of sound like he was threatened.
リアルに本当に存在している人たちがいるかのような
I like the
感じ
costume
がして
design
しま
well
した
enough. I think the creatures seem okay. Ah, there it is. Live service.
Yep.
Live service game.
That's what your heart loves to hear. Paul Tassi,
You got a
let
new
me know
pizza
if I need to
cover.
play Babylon's Fall.
Long for the Delta interview.
But we're gonna
Now
do it now
available.
anyway.
Now
let's check
ready
out
for
the
the closed
next
beta.
major entry in the popular Life is Strange series.
All right, this game looks
The
great.
team at
I
Deck
am
9 is
very
ready to give
excited
you
for
a
this new
deeper
one.
look at Alex Chen's psychic power of empathy. But first,
But when you say it that way, you make me look like an idiot.
After 5 years, you're still Max Caulfield. Oh. What do you remember about us as kids? I think about us as little pirates, running and jumping through Arcadia Bay.
Are they doing an HD remake? I forget. They announced.
They announced this
remasters.
already, yeah, and it's coming to Switch.
Yeah.
Not really sure the game needed a remastering. Like, looked just fine.
I'm gonna say this is not really.
No, that's what I mean.
You're
It's
not.
like, all you do when you do this is get yourself into trouble. Like the game looks fine.
Yeah.
Then you're just gonna have hardcore fans being like, "I like the lighting in this scene."
the original.
Yeah, like it almost looks like they're removing some of the stylization from the original.
Well, so what I've heard, based on like talking, like
Something happened.
I believe the series is switching engines.
Right.
So what happens, like when I was talking to Jake Rodkin when they rebuilt Sam and Max, is that they took that from Telltale to Unreal Engine, and when you do that, the lighting breaks, everything breaks, and so you kind of have to redo it, and then the temptation just becomes, well, I mean, we should.
Then it's a question of like, what's the scope of this project? Do we have the budget to redo it all?
Right, to
Does
redo-
it
I mean,
look
this is what
okay?
That's what happened with
Good
Mass
enough.
Effect Legacy also, which is like, I think a lot of the lighting in that I've seen just hits me so wrong. But
or even can you recreate it the
that's
same
thing.
way? Like
Yes.
at some point, it's like
It comes from that engine.
the
that
technology
engine.
informs how the art looks to some degree.
Right.
And so completely recreating it can sometimes be a challenge.
But also, I just want
it's
the
not
lighting to be
always
the
that,
same.
too.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
like because the thing is, like that Judgment PS5 update had the same thing, and they didn't switch the engine on
No,
that or
yeah,
anything.
no, for
Like
sure.
they just
Right.
straight up, they just changed stuff around.
Hi, I'm Maya, also known as MXM2. I'm a musician and the singing voice of Alex Chen in the upcoming Life is Strange True Colors. I hope you enjoyed that first look at official gameplay from the remastered collection. As a longtime fan, I know I did. You can see the love
So
and
this is the
care
new
that
one.
Deck 9 have put
Yes.
into remastering both Life is Strange and Before the Storm. This collection features improved character animation, lip sync, and visuals, breathing new life into these two beloved games. Back in March, we also revealed the next major game in the series, Life is Strange True Colors, a small-town supernatural mystery. Alex Chen must uncover the truth behind her brother's death, using her psychic power of empathy to unravel the shocking secrets.
We can stop saying that.
No.
A different word.
I want to hear it
power in action.
4 more
Here's
times.
game director Zach Garris.
So we're gonna see a gameplay demo.
4 more times or 4 total?
4 more.
All right, so we're at. Okay, so we're
Alex's
starting
psychic
now.
4
power of
total might
empathy
be
is
right.
integral
There's 1.
to the
Stop saying
story of Life
psychic
is Strange
power of
True
empathy.
Colors.
Damn it!
It impacts every
I said 4.
relationship
Kato, can you put a 1
and
on
every
the screen?
decision
Yeah.
she makes.
Never thought I'd have a freaky empath friend.
That doesn't count. It's
Alex
close.
has been unable to shut out the strong feelings of others, the fear, sadness, and anger of those around her, leading her to believe her power is a curse. In the wake of Gabe's death, Alex realizes the only way she can find the truth is to embrace her power.
Like, did Don't Nod go too far?
I can't believe this is happening.
Did they make a parody of a
And the
Don't
only
Nod
way
game?
to understand
Of like,
is to feel what he's feeling.
Well, Don't Nod's not making it.
Yeah, they're off this. This is deck 18?
Deck 9.
Deck 9. They're done with it.
Alex's power to focus on brightly colored auras.
Which
to
power?
gain insight into people's emotions.
Rob's losing it.
Finally, the moody teen
These
counselor
valuable
Troy
insights
game I've always
deepen
wanted.
Alex's relationships with the folk of Haven
Oh,
Springs.
very good, Kato.
As well as sparking new
Thank you.
dialogue options and events. As here, from a scene very early on in the game.
Watch. She uses her psychic power of empathy.
Lose her, and it's all your fault.
Alex has uncovered a secret that Mac wants to keep hidden.
So
from
wait,
his
does she
long-term
also have
girlfriend.
synesthesia? Is that why
And
everyone
now
has
he
a
is
colored
terrified that
aura
Alex
around
will
them for
reveal
their like
before he can talk
their
to
emotional state? Is that part of the psychic power of empathy?
Also, wait, is she
not
just
empathy? That's just
this
that's
telepathy.
just- yeah.
She's just hearing their thoughts?
well, she feels it, right? She's like,
ooh,
burdened by it.
Bullshit. Thanks for telling me the truth.
But she heard what he was thinking.
Still together.
Are you serious? I need to get back to work.
Sure, Alex. We'll get out of your way.
When Alex encounters a particularly strong aura, she can reach out to actively connect with that person's emotions.
Hell yeah.
This generates a nova, a supernatural flare that transforms the world around Alex into a reflection of that person's psyche.
Okay, sure.
In this altered, emotionally charged state,
What's that game that
Alex
the
can experience
signifier?
fragments of
The
thoughts
deer
and
review.
memories to get to the root of their issue.
Okay, so if
But
you
not
pull
every
in too
emotional
much
crisis can
emotion,
be
you
easily
go
dealt
to
with.
emotional Silent
Some
Hill.
carry a dangerous,
Yes.
even life-threatening
The sirens
amount
start
of power.
playing.
He's
Yeah.
dead. I wish I were too.
That is, of course, already
decision
Silent
is
Hill.
easy.
What
And
we're
the
describing.
Yeah, but it's like-
felt across the
Yeah.
game.
But it's twee
His
Silent
anger
Hill.
could kill her. What if
That looks like a Silent Hill monster in the
just-
background.
take it away?
Using Alex's powers the
Front
only
tuck.
way you can uncover the
Yep.
truth behind her brother.
Like
front
before.
tuck count too.
Front.
What would that do to her? What would it do to me? And even if I can, should I?
How far will you go in pursuit of that truth? The choice is yours.
Wow. Okay, only one. Only one.
I feel like
psychic
it's
power of
actually-
empathy.
Looks so awesome.
I think it was really
I have no
three.
idea how I'll make some of these
Three
choices,
totals, not bad.
but I can't wait to play it with you all when it comes out on September 10th.
That's the second front
Don't
tuck,
forget, you
Kato,
can pre-order
of the
Life
show.
is Strange True
Sorry.
Colors now. And if you choose the Ultimate Edition, you'll also receive the Life is Strange Remastered Collection. And that's it for today. Make sure to follow the Life is Strange social channels for more.
What? Oh, for this
For
game.
this.
For this game, yeah.
I mean, that might be it.
Well,
We're-
There's
No,
not a
this-
lot more time left.
Oh wow, all these emotions with the colors. That's like, it's really.
You know, the
Wait, how's
psychic
that
power of
working for you,
empathy is a burden and a. And
oh
a blessing.
no. If you're colorblind and read auras, is that really you risk
Oh shit.
fucking up?
And now,
Well,
I wanna-
excited to unveil
I don't think the
brand
color
new
of the
title
aura
from
matters.
Square Enix Japan.
As somebody who is colorblind, even I know the cliches.
Hey, here we go.
Oh, red is angry, blue is sad.
Right. All right. Here we go.
We
This
got a
is
thing. One more thing.
this is Origins, right? Or
I think so, yeah.
I'm here to
Nomura,
kill chaos.
again.
That's my mission.
Time to kill chaos.
What did chaos ever do to you?
Looks like chaos has been waiting for us.
You gonna make us
Kept
go
you
in
waiting,
there
huh?
and find you?
Guess we'll just show ourselves in.
Uh-huh.
I only know one thing. I want to kill chaos.
No, we're getting this.
Hey, we need new
I
count.
know the
can we get
chaos
chaos count?
feeling.
Chaos count.
Thirst.
Move aside! You're dust!
All right.
Definitely a red aura here.
That was 3 chaos, right?
Yeah, they can only squash monsters for so long.
I think so.
Doing pest control.
This is the shrine of chaos.
Four.
Was it 4?
Was it 3 or 4? Chat.
I thought it was 3.
That was 4.
That was 4. Okay.
The
Yeah,
Darkness is
4.
so thick I can taste it. This is it.
Yeah, keep it a Choas count.
Ah.
Keep the typo, Kato.
Okay, sure.
There was a knight who left on the same
Also, it's
journey
4.
as you, but never returned.
A night
His
of
name was Garland.
chaos.
If you could, I would be grateful if you would.
Garland?
Yeah, it's Garland.
Chaos.
That one was for you guys. That was just. They
That
just
was
threw
just-
that one
yeah.
up there for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crush you! Know when you're beaten! And who are you?
We're here to kill chaos.
Yes! Do it! Say the thing!
He always wore such splendid armor, with a helmet that was terrifying to behold.
It's Garland.
Chaos.
Said it, chaos. He's chaos.
Chaos.
Stranger of
control.
Paradise. Sure.
Huh. Weird. Weird.
Interesting.
That I don't know, man. I
don't know what to make.
know.
Aha.
Demo available soon.
Interesting.
A lot of that
like-
is going to be how does it feel. It didn't look great.
I liked that game in my head a lot more than seeing
Yeah.
it.
Well, I was imagining kind of an austere revisiting of Final Fantasy 1, and instead,
Don't quote me on this, but that demo soon might be like real soon.
I would like to quote you on that.
I gotta go home and play it.
Nextlander's Brett Shoemaker is reporting.
That's right.
It might be like soon. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh right, Outriders is them. I totally
Yeah.
forgot that was Square Enix. So what is Dontnod up to? Are they
They got bought. They got bought by Tencent.
Embracer. Just say Embracer.
yeah,
So you got like a
Forspoken.
50-50 chance.
But they're independent. And Square owns Life is Strange.
Nothing
so
more
they're,
from 16?
they're building their own stuff now.
Okay.
Got it.
Thank you for joining us today.
That's it, huh?
Keep an eye out for news about our next Square Enix Presents. I'm Matt Mercer. See you next time.
Wow.
That's not
a lot
Mercer?
of logos.
Whoa. All right.
Sure.
Yeah.
What was our final chaos count?
7.
6, 7.
7.
Okay.
Yeah, 7 chaos. Like the
Wow.
7 chaos emeralds.
Like the 7 chaos emeralds, yes.
I wonder if
you
Final
go.
Fantasy Origin is now like a new sub-brand,
Sub-brand,
that
that's
they're
what
just
it
going to
feels like.
explore.
Stranger of Paradise?
Yes. That's
Yes.
a very Square Enix. I guess it did say concept and scenario Nomura.
Right.
So that's a very Nomura title for a game.
Has anyone found screenshots from, have they like done anything with the Final Fantasy Pixel remake? Like out on the web that we've been able to find?
Yeah,
Pause
hit
this
me.
here.
What's the exact name of that thing? Final Fantasy.
Pixel remake, Final Fantasy.
God, if only Washington Post had a piece on that.
Pixel remaster, not
I know,
remake.
right?
Remaster.
Remaster.
Actually, you guys know if they're doing something after? Should I keep it rolling here?
I
don't
don't think
think
so.
so.
Uh,
No, they don't. I don't see shit.
I don't think they put out any screenshots.
Okay.
Well,
Man, I don't know about that one.
yeah.
I think that game just looks bad.
Yeah.
Which
Chaos
one?
game?
Chaos.
Oh, Chaos.
Yeah.
Chaos.
I didn't think that looked particularly good either.
Uh,
I kind of liked what I played of both what I played of Neo and Neo 2.
I think those are very. That doesn't look like the Neo team
It does not. I thought it would be.
because the combat in Neo is awesome.
Really, really tight. Yeah.
Yes.
Like
And that already
maybe a
proves they
little
know how to
too
make
demanding for me.
their own spin on a Souls-like, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's got
yeah,
loot and all
absolutely.
that, I mean,
With their own
and
unique, very smart differences. Yeah.
That game looks like it's made by the team that put out that terrible collection of like the team like of Ninja Gaiden remasters.
Oh. That Team Ninja. For that, for it to
Right,
be-
because Team Ninja means something. That's
Well,
not
the
Team
word
Ninja.
Team
Is Team
Ninja-
Ninja Neo?
Yeah, it's Team
Okay.
Ninja. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, then I'll just have to
this
hold
is
out hope
true.
that the
Thank you to Lubu in the chat. Says if that was Neo's team, they would have had Yasuda-san's name in the reel. So it's just not that team. No Tomb Raider.
Nope.
No
Final Fantasy 16.
which I'm
no
not that surprised by.
No front mission.
No front mission ever again. Unfortunately.
No Parasite
nothing
Eve.
No Parasite
Still want to call it
Eve.
Project. I still want to call it Project Athia. It's Forspoken, right?
Forspoken. They'd said no Forspoken, I think. They'd come out and said no Forspoken. No Bouncer.
It's true.
Feel
They
like
showed-
shit.
they
I
showed-
just want Xbox back.
Man, I don't know. Like, I'm like the least Square Enix person probably of anyone on this presentation, so I tend to go in with like fairly low expectations, and I feel like I didn't even hit those.
Yeah.
Like, just nothing was hitting.
I'm gonna play that Life
well,
is
I guess I'm not
Strange, but
Yeah, like I don't know.
But
did
it's
you
like
play
Vinny
the
said,
last
even
one?
that felt like kind of like a parody almost.
Well, so
Yeah.
I think,
Finished the
I think
last
one
one.
mistake they made there was like they focused entirely on this mechanic.
Yeah.
And they didn't do any of
Well,
the setup for what's the story about.
they did that months ago at a previous
Okay.
event where they did, and that stuff was pretty okay. If you have a tolerance for that style of story
Yeah.
and those sorts of characters and that sort of setting, the setup that they did a few months ago at that previous event was solid.
For Life is Strange?
For Life is
Yeah,
Strange.
it looks great.
It looks
no
really
concern,
good.
like no
Beautiful
concerns
little,
with that whatsoever.
like that whole area looks cool. It's a little more open. It seems like you're exploring this world
It's
a
also
little bit.
only pseudo episodic, in which the whole game is
Interesting.
released at once, and you can play it without episode checkpoints on. But if you want it broken up into chunks, which definitely sounds like a game that like halfway through the development they realized we should just release the whole game at once.
Sure.
Right.
But I do like the idea that like I will probably flip that thing on. It's like cool. Like I finished chapter 1. Like
Yeah.
I'll put it down and come back for the next bit.
Right.
But no, Deck 9 did it before the Storm. The Life is Strange prequel they did has its issues, but was stronger than I expected. And I thought the relationships they had with the characters in the game were really good. And so I'm excited to see them take an original swing on it.
Yeah, sure. And for them to seemingly be getting the reins in that way.
Right.
Right.
I mean, Guardians.
Yeah, it's just not much of a standout. I don't
Well,
think,
it's
from
tough,
that
man.
thing.
I think making it is. I don't think you can I don't think you can underscore how difficult it must be to try and make those games under the shadow of the MCU without being able to use any
Yeah,
of
it
the
seems
MCU
hard.
stuff.
That seems hard, but that's not what's putting me away from that.
No.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not. Like I guess the thing is, is what
But you
putting
can
me away
see
from it.
you can see the weight of that even
Yes,
in
you're
the
right. Maybe
aesthetic,
freed from
the
that,
tone. Like
they
they
would go
cannot
into-
make our own take on Guardians of the Galaxy, whether it's a Marvel dictate or
Yeah.
like a cultural mandate of like we have to be a James Gunn wannabe, and that just seems.
Which is not such a great aspiration.
No.
No.
Okay.
It's not, but like at the same time, like this is obviously a big deal for them having this license and trying to make these big games around this stuff. But like the whole tone and pacing of that thing reminded me of Deadpool for the PS3. Like it just felt like this tossed
Alex.
off game of a Marvel
Goodness
game. Like that's the thing. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not that
I'm
like
with
it's
you. Well, it looks like it's
horrendous.
imitating.
It's just it doesn't feel like it has the effort behind it that you would expect for something that got that much stage time.
Okay, hold on though. I think not of all the games I've seen at E3, but I would say that also for me has high surprise potential, in part because like I could see like so much of that was dictated by we have to sell this tenor of like
Yeah.
it's gonna be just like those movies you
Yeah.
like. Look at this like fractious group of bickering friends. Like I think that game gets enough room to like come into its own and become a bit more of an RPG where the relationships do evolve and like it occupies different emotional ranges.
Yeah.
I think it could actually be okay, but I think it has to be allowed to slip off the leash a little bit and get away from just the cutesy quips that sort of define those movies.
Well, and what's also a problem is now Square is making this a habit. Is early in the development of the Avengers, one of the things I heard they ran into was that, well, we're now making a game that is vastly different than what this studio was staffed up to produce.
Like
right?
in terms of genre expertise,
like
and-
making
yeah.
like a combat game, making a live service game, like those
Yeah.
are different disciplines, and a lot of that game's extended development was figuring out and like people leaving, hiring new people to build that game, and I think they got it to an okay place, but you could see that being an issue. And now the Eidos Montreal team are like made like a big budget immersive Sims, and now you're making a character action game. Like there's not a huge amount of immediate overlap there, and so I imagine you're spending a decent amount of the time like getting over a learning curve, hiring the appropriate people. It just seems like that's a difficult thing to task your studios with.
It's funny because after the Xbox conference, Rob and I were talking about how Arcane Austin is now putting out whatever
Redfall.
I got it. And that's a single or multiplayer open world action RPG, and they've never made something open world in that sense, in the way that they would call it an open world game. And as far as I know, they've never made anything cooperatively multiplayer. I might be missing something, but I don't think I am. And that, at the time, I think, Rob, you and I were both like, ooh, I hope that they pull it off. That seems like a big leap. But in contrast to going from Deus Ex to going to a strict like character action game, that's a small leap comparatively. I'm much more confident in that ability than in the Deus Ex team to make really compelling, room by room combat in that character action mode. I don't know.
It just seems like you add in a lot more like time to scale up to build a thing.
That's what it is. It's not that I'm not confident in those people, that they could learn that skill and staff up the right way, but it's a bigger ask.
You're asking them to do something very different than what they've done for years.
Totally.
And it's like that is, now they're doing that a lot in a way that is, I find to be like disconcerting.
They could have just sent Star-Lord into some air ducts, though, and done some immersive stuff. Like, oh man, Star-Lord, you got to infiltrate her castle. And it's like, hang on, Rocky Raccoon, can you hack the gate? And I'm going to go into the air ducts. And it's like, bam.
Yeah. God.
That would be good.
Yeah, just have his whole team be captured, and he's got 3 different ways he can go in. He can go in the air ducts. He can guns blazing.
Please.
The droid disabling
computer
rocket
terminal.
launcher. Yeah.
That's the trio.
Absolutely.
I think there's something about the animations on that and the Final Fantasy thing, like I just want to see a little smoother, and it's a very technical thing, like smoother transitions in the animation. There's something like a little, that feeling of polish that you really want from something. Like I think that Avengers game has a decent amount of polish. It just might be lacking in some of the gameplay. I don't want that. I know these are works in progress, obviously, but when I see it, when I see all that chaos, I want to see smooth combat.
You want smooth chaos.
Well, no. What if you could kill chaos, Vinny?
I don't know if I would. Then what are you left with, right? Is it predictable?
I think you kill chaos, you might be left with chaos.
Well, listen to the tired Inquisitor over here.
That's right. We need this battle. Without chaos, we're nothing. The Everwar. I don't know. It seems like I was surprised they even threw Outriders in there because I had forgotten that was them. And then once they put it up there, as someone who's been playing Outriders like every week for a couple of months now, it is like right. Oh, why? Oh, well, is there something coming up? Is there an event? Yeah.
Well, they had always said that was not a live service game. They'd be happy to release traditional expansions.
It's not like they're going to go like a Borderlands model. But Borderlands is also like live servicey, but with big expansions and content add-ons, as opposed to come back every day. But they also have like an end game, like they're know, and that stuff is pretty bad. So I've heard.
For Borderlands or Outriders?
Outriders,
oh,
according to Paul.
Okay. Yeah, I've not gotten there yet. I'd like to finish it up at some point, but an easy game to be distracted from. I think.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh boy. I guess there was still stuff today, but I think that's it for us in terms of coverage of shows.
Yes.
I think we are wrapping up totally before we get to the PC Gamer show or the Future Game show. Right.
And my understanding is those are a little more traditional, like talking to developers.
Yeah, I want to see
those.
those.
Not just bam, 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 bam.
Right. I just don't want to commentate on top of them. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Warner is. I keep forgetting what Warner is.
I think just the Back 4 Blood.
Just Back 4 Blood, which again, that's
also I believe that one is on the red list of streams that you co-stream at your own risk.
Did you guys see that Kotaku update? They came out and said, we invite people to co-stream, but you just can't say you're an official co-streamer. So maybe they might be lightening their
did loosen the okay.
Yeah, and they said something like, just make sure you're within your terms of service for the service you're using, and it's like,
whatever that might mean.
Yeah, like that's some really weaselly language.
So I don't know if you guys remember, this is a weird tangent, but years and years ago, like 10 years ago, you know, back when you had to be there to stream the thing out, they were, you know, official paid affiliates for restreaming it, and they were very protective about who would put E3 out. Like, there are 3 people that have paid a lot of money to restream E3, and you cannot restream this because these are the official partners. And, you know, fast forward the internet, and of course, you know, I think I was saying this in our Discord channel, like, I would be surprised if a game maker didn't want somebody else restreaming their commercials, which are E3, right? Like, if you're a developer and you're like, hey, put you put this anywhere.
Xbox made a point of coming out and saying, like, hey, here's how you can restream our stuff because we want you to restream our stuff. Like,
even if you're shit talking,
you're good.
It's probably a net positive to get in front of more
You're talking about the propaganda. Like, like, let them do it.
Speaking of that Discord, Vinny, how can people join the Nextlander Discord?
They can go over to nextlander.com, or they can head over to patreon.com/nextlander and sign up there to help support us, and that support will get you access, any of those tiers, to our fantastic Discord.
Thriving.
It's a bunch of fun stuff there.
Did you say thriving or writhing?
Thriving. Both?
Yes.
Ooh, I don't know.
It depends on if it's the morning
what are you
or the
into?
evening.
Okay, I see.
Hey, what? Yeah. Hey, what are you? What are you into? We got it all.
Chaos.
We got a whole channel, #chaos. It's, you know, post your pictures in there. There was a channel about collecting stuff that I realized is very dangerous for me, as people are posting stuff they're collecting, and then, I didn't even know that existed to collect. So that's a whole new thing.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It turns out you can collect anything.
Yeah.
Put your mind to it.
Yes. Some people in the chat were asking, when Sony? And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but not.
Yeah, their Horizon thing was like their equivalent.
Yeah.
And I don't know that they'll show God of War for a while now that they've formally delayed it to.
It's 2022 now, right?
Yes. I mean, they delayed it months ago.
Yes.
Internally, and then then decided to announce it by sneaking it into a blog post.
Right. Sure.
I'm just trying to, like, what's the story in Gran Turismo? Did I hear they're not going to be PS5 exclusive now?
Yes, it is also PS4.
Yeah, they're saying.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Just what that series needed.
Any other Waypoint Nextlander collabs? I think I'm going to come through on something tomorrow.
Yeah,
or...
I want to watch the Nintendo thing.
Yeah,
too.
we can do the
Nintendo is
Tuesday, right?
Yeah, we should get together
so
for that.
we'll do that. We'll all be back in our homes by then. Yes. Making this easier somehow.
I think that's the next thing we're going to do is Tuesday. I think we're going to take Monday and try and internally get together and kind of talk amongst ourselves about stuff. We got a lot of housekeeping to do over there. So we got to spend some time. E3, still less busy, but still busy. Still stuff going on.
It's weird to me that we're not going to go touch those games now. That's the thing I'm still weirded out by.
The only E3 game I played was Kenna. It's that PS5.
Yeah.
You played that?
Forest of Spirits?
Yeah, but I played it as part of the Tribeca Films Festival.
Yeah. Can you talk about it or no?
Yeah, it's good. We'll save it for the podcast. We're gonna pivot from this to doing a podcast.
Are we not? Okay, yes, that makes sense.
So I'm saving that for.
Okay.
But the short version is it's delightful.
Okay.
Very fun to play. It looks gorgeous. Yeah, I played like 90 minutes of
All right,
that
let's talk
game,
about that in the podcast.
It's good.
I think we're gonna go, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Are you guys ending your stream?
No, I think we're gonna keep going. We're gonna go to break.
We'll take a break, get some water, and then we're gonna record a podcast through the stream that will go up tomorrow or Tuesday as a podcast.
And do you guys want to? We also thank you very much and pitch the Waypoint Plus.
.com, if you want to support us.
Elden Ring tipsandtricks.com.
Elden Ring tipsandtricks.com. Someone bought and
You got
redirected both tips and tricks. We rolled out annual subscriptions. Waypoint.zone/annual, waypoint.zone/carrot as a gift. If you want to gift someone. that number is going up. We're getting close to another big number. We're not there quite yet, but we're getting close to another big number. That would be
I think we
sick.
can make a push in this next 2 hours.
I would love to. That'd be great. We're making moves.
Kind of start working on like a fake graph that could go up.
Yeah.
Some graphics.
In the background, slowly fading
But
in.
that contains no proprietary information.
No, it's not a real number.
No, because we're not allowed to, because that's what it means to work in a company.
Yes.
It's sort of like, you know how like you get a really awesome weapon, but then you change zones and like the monsters are like more difficult, so like it still requires the same number of hits to really kill them.
Right. But it's still good.
It's sort of like that, but still, you're still getting a lot, right? Like it's a cool sword.
Exactly. So yeah, waypointplus.com is the address to go support us there. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Brad, get the raid stuff ready. We're gonna do it this time.
Oh God, we got to raid
believe
something
in
we
you.
forgot yesterday.
No, we're gonna raid you guys. We're gonna send everybody over.
Can't wait.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Make sure I'm
Thank
on the right account this time.
Did you just raid from your personal account last time? Is that what happened? Just two of us
Maybe.
lingering in the Brad Shoemaker Twitch?
Zero people sent over to the Waypoint channel.
Button.
Goes. See you next time.
See you guys. Bye.